Hey Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are just doing a bit of a general sort of check-in energy. We will be checking in on love as well as the intimacy side of love stuff as well. But basically the focus of this week is how do we get through the rest of March? There's a lot of stuff going on at the moment with retrogrades. We've just had that full blood moon eclipse, and we've got that Mercury retrograde in Aries at the moment. So it's going to be a rough month for the rest of the month. We've got some. Actually, it's not retrograde in Aries. It's Neptune going into Aries, I believe. So it's just some interesting energy going on at the moment. Anyway, so we're sort of, how do we get through the rest of the month is our main sort of focus for today. All right, but make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the readings. If you haven't yet checked out that shadow work reading from the full moon, you may want to go back and check that one out. It was a very in-depth reading this month, and it's going to lead to significant changes for everybody. So definitely worth checking that one out. Okay. This week I am using, we've got the Intuitive Oracle cards. I do have the Love Angels Oracle, and we also have the Floral Lenormand this week. Okay, so getting into it for you pretty much straight away, we want to know, how does Gemini get through March? Okay, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know in order to get them through the rest of this month and week and life? One more for our Geminis. What does Gemini need to be aware of? Okay, so firstly we have divine protection. Okay, you are divinely protected. Trust each step of your intuition. So every little step that your intuition is sort of saying, oh, do this, do that, do this, don't do this, don't do that. Trust each and every part of that process. Okay, so there may actually be a reading that you might want to check out there, a recent All Signs that was about, knowing, signs to know that you are on your right path. There may be something for you in that one, but the truth of the matter is here, this wisdom of the heart. Okay, the heart's wisdom speaks through your intuition. Listen very closely. So we are seeing your intuition playing a big role for you at the moment in guiding you in the right direction for yourself and trusting yourself to be able to get through this period of time here. Making sure we are paying attention to any signs that we are seeing that are sort of pointing us in the right or the wrong directions. That little, if your heart's flagging something as, oh, that doesn't feel right, trust that feeling. All right. Just any extra information here for Gemini when it comes to advice to get them through this rough energy. Gemini, how can Gemini help move forwards? What does Gemini need to know? So yeah, it's basically saying the exact same thing here. Firstly, we have the clouds coming through, which does talk about your thought processes and the fact that you maybe have been up in your thoughts quite a lot here. You're somebody normally who would be very logical, rational, and try to make your decisions from logic and from the things that I've made sure I've thought it through very clearly. And so I'm going to make the most well-informed decision. But we are actually seeing breaking away from that need to actually understand is what I'm getting here with the clouds, because the clouds really does, it forces us to think through every potential consequence and every potential outcome, whereas you're needing to sort of break free from the clouds, because that's actually clouding your judgment more than necessary at the moment. It's making you sort of feel like you need to understand the logical, the rational side of things, and therefore you're ignoring your intuition, because your intuition is saying act now, do it now, do this, do that. But if you don't have a logical reason to be doing that, you're not going to go ahead and do that. So you're actually sort of breaking free from that energy so that you can just do the weird thing that your intuition is telling you to do. Sometimes your intuition tells you to do, things that go against your logical self. Like just as an example here, your intuition is telling you you can't go to work today. You shouldn't go to work today. You just have this really weird feeling about the idea, like it's not that you're sick, it's not that you don't want to work, because you actually kind of do. Your brain keeps telling you, no, I need to go to work. I've got this and that to do today. I've got to, I need to go to work. I need the money, all that sort of stuff. So you're kind of like, I need to go to work. But your logic, your intuition is like, nah, not today. You shouldn't go to work today. And then if you don't trust your intuition, something happens, or that step in the path is it throws you onto a different path where you're not supposed to be, and it kind of sends things off kilter, and you go to work that day and then you mess something up, and then a month down the track that messed this up, and then this, and then this, and then you end up falling into things just fall into place in the wrong patterns for you. Whereas if you skip work that day, oh, interesting, you have just this random thing happen around your house, and you're there to take care of it right then and there, or you randomly have somebody come to your door that for some reason you're supposed to meet that person and talk to them about whatever random thing that they're talking to you about, just random things like that. And sometimes they have a bigger impact on your own path than you realize here. So trusting your intuition is very important, breaking free from the need to understand everything and to rationalize everything and to be logical about everything. We are looking at a transformative energy here with the way that you are, deconstructing everything through your mind at the moment. Okay, so right now we're needing to end the being stuck up here with everything needing to be processed on a mental level, everything needing to be processed very logically and rationally, and think it through, basically. No, sometimes you just need to follow your heart and just do the thing, or just jump into it and just do something random, do something sporadic, because we do see with the scythe that is a very sort of sporadic kind of energy. It's breaking free from those, needing to think the process through and have, a 10-step plan on what you're going to do and how you're going to face these. It's going, oh, F it, I'm just going to jump on in and do this. I'm just going to throw money at that situation over there, and we'll see how it goes. Just taking risks a little bit more here, just following your heart and following your intuition. So you're ending that, and you're transforming into that rebirth energy, where you're trying to do things in a bit of a different way. You're transforming yourself. Like I said, with the shadow work reading, it is a big period of change and transformation at the moment, just in general. So this is how it's sort of coming through for you and resulting in this cross energy, which is all about having faith, trusting that destiny has you in its grasp, and that's why you're trusting those gut feelings, because they are trying to take you to the right path here. And the more that you're ignoring those and putting logic and needing to understand the deeper meaning of things, the more you're not just trusting. All right. And the more that you're actually trying to take control of destiny. And sometimes, destiny is one of them things that cannot be controlled. All right. So you are moving into a more spiritual energy. It's a more spiritual time of your life where you are going to, be able to trust things other than what you can see and touch and taste. You're going to be able to start trusting the feelings and just, all the vibes and that sort of stuff. Okay. So trust it a little bit more. It's really trying to put you in the right path here. All right. Okay. Love. What's going on for Gemini when it comes to love and romance, please? What does Gemini need to know in regards to love and romance right now? Law of attraction. Maybe this is why you're needing to, get out of your head so much as well, because, you're needing to attract somebody who's a little less stuck up in their head. Maybe the person that you're attracting is somebody who is very spiritual, and that's why you're needing to, lower that level of need to process things in a very mind brain processing kind of way, and just start trusting a little bit more, because otherwise you might miss out on this opportunity. It does say law of attraction. You have been manifesting this relationship. Everything you want will soon be yours. So even if you're already connected to somebody, everything that you're wanting, the direction that you're wanting to go in here, trusting that it's going in that direction. You just need to listen to those little signs and synchronicities and intuitive little gut feelings, and that you are taking you in that right direction. Open yourself to love. It is safe for you to let your heart be seen. Don't be scared. So don't be afraid to open up to people when it comes to love and romance. Just in general a little bit there as well, being a little bit more vulnerable at this time and being very open about what you're going through. It's helping shift you down into heart space rather than being stuck up in your head all the time. Just clarifying here and checking in for you, Gemini. What's going on for Gemini in regards to intimacy, please? Physical and emotional intimacy. What does Gemini need to know in regard to physical and emotional intimacy, please? This very, very interesting here. Firstly, we have the snake, which is actually the card of physical intimacy. All right, so we are looking at sex. We are looking at phallic symbols. We do have the mice though as well. So that kind of shows us that maybe you're a little bit too stressed about that side of stuff. That that there's just something maybe stressing you out, or that some of you, we are losing some of the physical. We're losing. It's kind of like giving a bit of a break from, okay, if that makes sense. It's kind of giving we're taking a break on the physical stuff for a little while here, Gemini. We're losing drive for some of you. I am picking up that there may actually be some health issues going on for you in regard to that, and it's having that sort of effect, loss of drive, loss of physical phallic ability. Because for some of you, it's just because of stress. You're stressing yourself out too much for that stuff, and it's kind of throwing you off kilter a little bit with the physical stuff. All right, but we have the tree here as well, so it's the more that you're struggling in that zone, the more it's trying to force you to just stop and take care of yourself, look after yourself. We do see healing and growth and taking care of oneself here. Wisdom as well for some of you. So there may be the need for some of you to, educate yourself a little bit more on how stress can actually impact the physical body when it comes to that stuff, or stress in relationships is having a toll here. How, maybe for some of you, you are needing to just sort of take some time to focus on yourself a little bit more here and healing yourself. So for some of you, I am definitely picking up on a health thing. It's definitely something that can be healed though with that tree here. It's something that can definitely be worked on. You just need to maybe educate yourself about how to fix that problem. All right. It just feels like for a majority of you, stress related, lack of physical. But for others of you, it's something, physically related, phallically as well. So, or it could be your drive. Okay, so your drive and your passion. And for some of you, I'm picking up somebody here too that you have a loss of passion for your partner, and that's why you have lost your drive, because it's actually trying to show you something a little bit deeper about that situation as well. So if that resonates for you, you may need to look into that a little bit deeper and see if that connection is something that can be healed, and we can grow that connection back again. It just feels as though you've lost a little bit of passion for a specific person, for someone there as well. Okay, so but it's definitely with the tree there. This is definitely something that can be mended. It can definitely be healed. And a lot of you, it's just a matter of focusing on yourself a little bit more, rather than stressing so much about it. I'm seeing you, Gemini, in a very sort of stress head type energy at the moment, and that's definitely needing to change for you at the moment anyway, where we're seeing the trusting your intuition, that transformation coming through here. So for some of you, it's just having the psychological effect is having a physical effect on you and your drive and whatnot as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. So that's what we have for you today, Gemini. More than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment, and I will see you again soon.